Hey there, my beauties. How are you? It's Thursday and you're getting today me, raw and uncut, the bedhead version. I think, well, I've kind of brushed it out so it's not quite bedhead, but I've got, let's see, one sick kiddo with a fever, one who's coming home from school with a fever and a headache, and a little one upstairs who is starting with the headache. So yeah, so over here we're developing into whatever bug is here. I don't know. We're supposed to have a big snowstorm this weekend. I'm like, it's a major snowstorm and I have 3 kids who are gonna be sick. Wow. So it's definitely going to be a weekend of, I don't know, what would you call it? Moms out there, what would you call it? It's just gonna be deep breathing. I'm gonna be doing my yoga practice for sure and just staying in the moment. So you may not see me very much on Facebook this weekend, but you know, love you, and we'll be thinking of all of you while we're over here nursing kids back to health. So today is day 2, video 2, part 2 of clearing out stuff and making the way for money, making room for money. So yesterday we talked about the physical stuff, our physical clutter, and does it not feel amazing? It seems like a pain in the butt at first. It's like going to the gym after you haven't gone for a while. It's like that first workout to motivate yourself to get there is super painful. But then once you do it, you're like, thank God. Like you just feel so good. You're glad you did it. And then it's so much easier to repeat after that and make it a habit. So when you declutter, and I don't want to hear any stuff about people being like a self-proclaimed clutter, like, I don't know what my mom called it. She had a name for it, that she liked to hold on to stuff. It wasn't a hoarder, but it was just like, you know, she was, I don't know, a self-proclaimed pack rat or anything like that, because believe it or not, there's nothing wrong with keeping things that truly bring you joy from the inside out. Nothing wrong with that, right? And things that are special, sentimental, that are meaningful. But man, in our culture, we are definitely a consumer culture that can tend to stock up and tend to really overdo it. So it actually becomes a stressor when our environment is cluttered, messy, unorganized, and we can't find things, we forget things, we misplace things. It takes a toll on your soul. Like it's almost like an unconscious to-do list that never goes away, right? You think you're just ignoring the clutter, but really it's one more thing on your mind that doesn't go away, and it just weighs on you and eats away at you, and it just blocks you from abundance, right? And the universe does not like a cluttered space. It likes a space that makes room for newer and better things to come in. Kind of like in relationships. Sometimes I think I have somebody coming to the door. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to take you with me. Got my other sick one coming home. Hold on here. Hold on, buddy. I'll be right with you, okay? Everybody's sick? No. So it is kind of like when sometimes relationships that are kind of go out of our lives and we don't quite understand right away, but then later we see that sometimes relationships leave our lives and then a better relationship that's more aligned with us comes in. So just like that, the universe wants us to create the physical space too, so it can actually fill that bucket with, be it physical possessions that really we love and bring us joy and are very functional and fulfilling to us, or it could even be for money, right? So it's all about the abundance. But we also need to do a clearing of our mental clutter. Yes, mental clutter. So organizing our physical space does that. Yes, it does. But there's also something else that can block us, and that is feelings of unforgiveness, feelings of stuckness, dealing with past pain, unprocessed. And so that's going to be part of like today's recommendation and invitation, is to go deep and really look back at times in your life and see if there's someone or a situation that you may need to look at and forgive, to kind of revisit, look at and forgive. And that may be also for yourself, extending your self-forgiveness. No matter, and it doesn't matter what somebody did to you, like, and I don't mean to say like it doesn't matter as just to minimize it or say it's not important and it's not painful and to invalidate it. No way. Everything, all the pain that you feel, all the things that happen to you, everything is valid and it's real and it's your emotions, feelings, and it's your life story, okay? So, but I mean, no matter what the situation was, or no matter what you feel that you've done that you haven't forgiven yourself for, holding on to any sort of grudge, it really just, again, it eats away at your soul, just like physical clutter. It will prevent you from manifesting not only money, but anything, fulfilling relationships, from the job of your dreams, from whatever you're trying to do. So I know it sounds like a lot, right? It sounds like a lot, especially when you're thinking about situations that are super painful. Like, what? I can't just forget about that. It's like not really asking you to forget, just it's about forgiving. And we're not excusing the other person from anything that they have done. We're not doing that. We're not saying that you have to invite people that are toxic back into your life, not by any stretch. It's just about the forgiveness to give you the peace of mind, to give you the release so that you're letting that go. I'm sure you've all seen the saying that's, holding a grudge is like drinking poison and then waiting for the other person to die. Like it only harms you. It only harms you. So today's action step, or today's invitation, is to just create a list. Go and make a list of all the situations, the people, the events, even things that maybe you have done that you need to forgive, and this like deep down. Go deep, even if it like makes you cringe to think about it or want to write it. That probably means it's something that needs to be worked on. The more emotion that you feel around it, the more that it probably needs to be processed, worked on, and released. And that means anything that had a negative impact on you, it doesn't have to do with money. It can be anything. So write it down, and we're just unblocking the flow of energy. That's all we're doing, so we can attract more things into your life. And for this video, it's about money mindset. Money mindset will remain blocked. And some of you may say, well, Jen, I thought you were going to tell us how to make money. No, we'll do that later, right? We'll do that later. First, this is the stuff that needs to happen first. Because if you manifested a whole bunch of money, if I told you how to manifest money right this minute and this work wasn't done, what's going to happen? You're going to lose it, right? It's going to go. Somehow you'll self-sabotage and bring yourself right back to a state of scarcity. Because if that's still where your mind is at, it's like a lottery winner who wins the lottery and then blows it, right? You've heard that story how many times? Because their mindset, their relationship with money wasn't right yet. It wasn't right. And they still had things to really work through. So it doesn't help to bring in that windfall of money until we get these pieces straightened out. And you won't hear this with a lot of different money programs, like all the budgeting programs or the financial gurus, because they might want you to think that there are other specific secrets, how you manifest money. You have to do this, this, and this. The truth is, there is no money guru. That nobody can tell you that there's a specific one secret to manifesting money. The emotional part is the real work. And anyone can do that at any time. No one needs to really explain to you how to do it. It's not meant for a special elite group of people. Anyone can do this. So just know that the more positivity you add to your life, the more good energy you attract. This is law of attraction. So it results in, as a byproduct, more money. Okay, so law of attraction works like this, whether you're trying to manifest $100,000 or like a free, I don't want to say free lunch, right? There is no free lunch, or a cup of coffee or whatever it is. It's all the same principles, all the same things. So that is for today. That's what I have to tell you for today. So we're just going to really clear out your beautiful headspace, and we're going to just write a money forgiveness list. And it doesn't have to be anything to do with money itself, just all past painful situations. Write it all down until you can't think of anything else. Don't leave anything out. And like I said, the weirder you might feel about it, probably the more reason to bring it up and let it go. So we're going to unclog that. And even if it's something silly too, like say for me, like if I asked for Light Bright for Christmas 5 years in a row and I never got it, you remember Light Bright back in the 70s? Okay, even if it's something little like that, where you were told, or when you were told money wouldn't grow on trees, or when you had a relationship and somebody cheated on you, like whatever it is, it could be anything. Okay, anything. So that's all it is. We want to understand that money is in abundance all over the world. We're not in scarcity mode in any way, shape, or form in our world, even though the news will tell you otherwise and try to scare you into think that everything's in scarcity and it's only for special certain people and the rest of us just have to remain like, oh gosh, life's a biatch and then you die. It's not how it is. Money is everywhere and it's all around us. And the key is being open to it, to understanding the flow of it, and to let it in and attract it. And that takes a lot of releasing and a lot of reprogramming stuff that we've learned since we were kids. So go back and do this work. I encourage you. And also one thing, a cool practice that we have that I've heard of is called, I want to say this right. It's a Hawaiian practice. Is it Opono or something like that? Google that or look it up on YouTube. It's basically a practice of forgiveness where anytime you want to clear up negative energy around a situation or around somebody, and if you're like really stewing over something and you know that you've been stewing about it for a while or you're holding a grudge, you just want to say out loud to the person or the situation. You don't have to be in front of them. This can be to yourself in front of the mirror, even if it's for you. You want to say, I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. And the key is you have to truly mean it and say it from the heart. That's Ho'oponopono, I think. But it's really, really effective. And even though you might feel like, hey, you know, this is kind of like seems too easy or it doesn't feel authentic at first, keep practicing it because it clears up your energy. And again, it's not about excusing anybody from any behavior. It's not about, you know, like needing to reconnect with people that are toxic that you really, you know, don't want to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to have a difficult conversation if you don't want to. It's really about just, you know, I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. And saying that to the other person's spirit and to your own so that you're releasing all of that negative energy. So the meaning behind it all is this. When you say, I forgive you, I release this from myself and it is no longer weighing on me. It's no longer on my shoulders. I will not allow the situation to affect me anymore and to block my vibes or my money vibes. When you say, I'm sorry, it means I acknowledge this situation or this person, and I'm sorry for holding on to it for so long. I won't let it bother me anymore. Thank you means thank you for all the lessons that this situation taught me. And I love you means sending love to the situation and to the other person allows you to heal and get through it. Because let's face it, love heals. Even when it's really hard and really, really hard and seems impossible to extend sometimes, love is healing to ourselves. Love is healing to the world, to other people. We are loving beings, and that's our natural state. So it's healing. Everything can be accomplished. Anything, and y'all know this, anything can be accomplished when it's done from a space of love. How many things in this world, how many movements have been started? How many major changes have been made in our world when somebody's so on fire, passionate with love, right? So after you do this, I think you'll feel lighter. Keep trying it and notice how you feel lighter. And do it on a daily basis. Practice forgiveness on a daily basis until you start to feel that lightness within yourself. And you can say an affirmation, you know, do affirmations around this too. The more I forgive, the more at peace I will be. You know, you can say it to yourself, hand over heart, you can write it down. The more I forgive, the more at peace I will be, right? And that's it. The more at peace that I am, the more divine abundance flows to me. The more at peace that I am, the more divine abundance flows to me, right? So you can say those words and really start to mean that. So anyways, back to it. So how do you feel? Let me know how you feel after doing some forgiveness exercises. You can comment below. You can do a new post in the group and tag me in it. Let me know if you've done your forgiveness and how you feel. Even if it feels weird at first or it feels like, nah, I don't want to at first, like you can share anything here. This is a safe space. Or if you feel lighter, and you can actually let me know too after this video or any of the other ones, let me know when you see some shifts. If you feel shifts or if you see shifts in your world, even if it's not necessarily about money right away, let me know if you see positive shifts. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow for Friday to wrap this up with another video about money mindset, and I will see you all soon. Take care and much love.